question, when Sania Mirza started playing tennis. So basically, if you ask me, it started basically approximately 30 years ago from. So, just imagine that, nowadays that sport is popular in India, but back then it wasn't that popular to take, choosing sports as a career. And that was also as a basically being a girl choosing sport as a career. So that was a big, bold decision made by her parents and from Sania Mirza. So that was really something, they which changed the perspective of whole Indian community. So, it was similar to that. Again, right now we think about developing community or residence on moon. So it was back then, it was the same thing that, I'm choosing sport as a career. So yeah, again, and all credit goes to Sania and her family. They made the very well. They took really bold decision, and they inspired all of us. Lot of girls around the India and across the globe.
The legend, of course, Sania Mirza is a legend of Indian tennis as well as Indian sports. So that's really good to be speaking about such a great personality. And Sania Mirza itself, what she have achieved is phenomenal. The path, the hurdles, the obstacles which she overcame is tremendous for anyone to just look back at. You can see like, wow, what a mountain like she have climbed up and reached over here. It's not that the overnight thing, or it's not the privileged thing what players right now have. The privileges, those privileges were not there. The roads were constructed in a way, like there was no one in ahead of her, like she have to create her own way. And now players can follow in her footsteps, like she created a way, she created the road. So that's the biggest thing anyone can do, like you create the pathway for others. So that's something really inspiring for all the players, all the parents, coaches, everyone. To create the path is really very difficult. To follow the path and then to progress the path is in a way still comparatively, we can say it's manageable. But first of all, to create the path is, it's outstanding.
Yeah, it's it's quite difficult to start with first step when you don't have any direction and everybody is scattered, maybe in cricket or some other games, and you choose the path for tennis. She was a Grand Slam champion in Wimbledon at 16. So regarding that, what do you suggest for our players regarding the age criteria and the struggles he has faced at the early age?
See, to reach the biggest stage is phenomenal for everyone who like the one time they hold the racket, they start for the fun. The moment they progress, they start aiming for the Grand Slams. They start dreaming for the Grand Slams. It's for every player, every parent, even for the coaches and everyone. It's the whole community striving for the four the tennis, the 4 Grand Slams. So it's you reach there. It's obviously the dream come true. But again, to have a path over there before 20 years, like it was back in 2002 that she won the Junior Wimbledon girls doubles title. So to go back 20 years from now and just to have a thought like what were the playing conditions, or what were the courts availability, or the coaches availability, or the practice partners availability, how were the equipments, how were the balls, does she had the support of the physio, of the psychologist and whatnot. The whole ecosystem around the player that we are trying to build now, or which is somewhat in place right now, you cannot even imagine at that time. But somehow she defeated all these odds, and she reached a Grand Slam and actually won. Like you win, you have the Wimbledon trophy, the most prestigious Grand Slam of all. It's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
I completely agree with Vaibhavi, and I would suggest, I would say that, when she won the Wimbledon doubles title. So that teaches us two things. One thing is, when she won, that time sports was not that popular in India and people were not choosing sport as a career. So first of all, she taught us, or she broke that mindset that, it's not only the engineer and doctor and professor is the profession, but even you can also choose sport as a profession. So that was the first thing I'll say. And the second part I would say is, keep till that time people were in dilemma that, you should choose sport as a career or not. And then, she won the Grand Slam. So she also taught us that, dream big, have big vision in your mind, and if you work towards that vision, it's completely achievable thing. So it's basically, if you work towards your dream, nothing is impossible. So I feel, that was really great inspiration for all of us, and I feel after that she has won the title, lot of girls started playing tennis, including me. So you can say
Yeah,
I'm also
yeah.
inspired by her.
Yeah, and I had seen, so many girls is telling about Sania Mirza and Serena Williams. So basically, see what she faced, starting lots of questions like wearing clothes, she's wearing skirts and all. So some community from them side said, this is not the way to behave, one kind of question. So in media, people has opposed a lot to her, even
Yeah.
though she is the first to go. But today, a girl having 14 years or 16 years, they can freely move in, tennis court by wearing different clothes. So as at initial stage, Sanya has faced a lot, regarding some fatwa or maybe for marriage, maybe for even, for patriotism, she has faced lots of questions. So whenever she plays for India, and taking all these things at a side and keeping a mindset that I'm playing for my country, I'm going to do better. It's a great thing. So what do you suggest for our player, for negativity from media and society, and how to come out from all these things?
If you ask me, from the very beginning, so like just starting very from the very beginning, when she chose tennis as a career, from that step onwards, she is facing all these troubles. She's facing all these struggles. So basically, starting tennis as a career or choosing tennis as a career, then then eventually she succeeded, and then all this negativity, as you said and as you mentioned, that dress code thing came across, and all couple of later on the fatwas and stuff. So on every step by step, whenever she achieved success, there was something coming out of from the media or the society, and something negative or critics coming out of them. But I think she has managed all this really well. Basically, you can say that yeah, she took all this like fuel. So she can use that as a fuel to achieve her dream, and eventually she succeeded in that vision. And now you can say she is really, basically, she was in most powerful women list. So she has inspired a lot of women and all the athletes as well. But I feel that all this negativity she has taken very positively, and she used it as a fuel to achieve her dream.
Yeah. Uh, so that's exactly what one of the quality that the great people or the players or athletes or anyone who have achieved the negativity from, let's say, the media, the society, anywhere, they use it as a fuel. They use it as a building block to their success, not as a full stop to their success. So that's one of the prime quality of being great, of course. uh, i I read about Sania Mirza, and I came across this one incident that she went to start tennis at the age of 6. Like, her mother got her to a club, and the coach said that we cannot have her admission done because she is too small. And her mother fought with the coach. even she herself fought with the coach. No, I want to play this game. Why I cannot play this game? I just want to play this game. So the one whose dream itself started with a fight, like it's not acceptable. And the dream itself, just the starting, just to hold a racket, for that you have to fight. And you succeed in that. And after 1 month, the same coach calls the parents that I have not seen so much in 1 month. You have to come and look at your daughter play tennis. So it's amazing. Like you you get to know how much she loves her dream. And no such negativity can, distract her or any player who believes so much in their dream. So very first thing, you have to believe in yourself and be true to yourself. If you are being true to yourself, that's what Sania Mirza was doing. That just be true to yourself and you don't have to prove anything to anyone else. Whatever negativity they are saying, they will pass the judgment. They will throw their opinions on you. But if you are true to yourself and you have your family to support you, does not matter. It does not matter.
Yeah, that's right. Actually, she said so many times, pressure is privilege for me, like fatter. So, how is she handling all these things? It's quite difficult for the beginners, but that should come into the habit. That should come into the character ultimately. So, it is her strength which made her to reach at such level. And even though media, maybe print media, maybe social media, everybody is disturbing, she managed to uh, work with this media also. She had not escaped the media. She accepted whatever they said, and they are telling negative things, but she understood that yes, I am going to play for my country, and that is why she was given lots of award from our nation also, like Padma Shri and all. So, what are the other strengths you try to make as a great tennis player? If we see the character of Sania Mirza.
Experience with Sania. I'm really privileged and I feel really lucky that I got to play with her. So it was a Fed Cup selection camp. So I got selected for that Fed Cup camp, and it was 1 week long camp, and it was held at Hyderabad at her tennis academy. So because it was Fed Cup camp, so all the arrangement was done. So all the accommodation, boarding, lodging part was done by the ITA. But even though everything was done, out of 7 days, 2 to 3 days we ate at her home. So, yes, 2 to 3 days we ate at her home. She took us to one of her event. She took us to Kapil Sharma show. And after every dinner, we used to play games. So, and still even nowadays, so even her father, Imran Mirza, he's still in touch with me. So whenever it is my birthday or something, he posts me happy birthday messages. Or whenever I post something, so where he congratulates me. So, that humbleness, it's coming from her parents to her. So basically she's really humble, nice to talk to her, very down to earth personality. So I feel that is one of the main characters she has. And you can say, she has developed two personalities. So basically whenever she is on court, she is really ruthless. So she don't even show mercy on her opponent. So that is something which she has developed on court. So if I'm doesn't matter who is on the other side of the net, I have to perform my game. And whenever she steps out of the court, she's totally different personality. She is really humble, down to earth guy, really nice to talk to her. So yeah, I think these are the characteristics of a champion, and these are the all things that make one champion. So you can say, she is really, and apart from that, you can also say that she is a fighter, because as we said and as we know that from the very beginning she's fighting for every single thing. It was just to get the admission or to play at different levels. She's fighting for every single thing. So yeah, I feel these are the really great qualities as or strength she has.
Yeah, exactly. The champions, as you said, that the champions have these characteristics. exactly those. And the one thing I really liked about her is the way she is open in her interviews, the authenticity. Like you cannot say that she's mugging up her answers, or she's being too diplomatic about her answers. No, she speaks her heart out. Like whatever there is, she is authentic. So this, being true to yourself, be others. So this also shows how much respect you have for yourself as well as for the others. That you are not trying to be somebody else, you're just trying to be yourself. So that's one of the great quality any person can have, not just an athlete, but any person can have. So that's really great. And the way she shares the knowledge, like right now she got into one more role now to being a mentor of RCB, the cricket team, so on the mental side. So it's really good that she's willing to share her knowledge, she's willing to share her experience, her learnings, whatever she came through, how other players, you know, they have the answers from the one who find out the answer for herself. So it's really good that now she's stepping up as a mentor also, helping other players, not just in tennis field, but in other fields also. That now the tennis is a very broad thing. It's, you cannot say that from a tennis coach or from a tennis player, only tennis players can learn. Anyone can learn. So it's such a big and vast open thing. So it opens so many, different areas of learning for people in general, not just the athletes, but the people in general. So that's really good to be open about sharing your experience, sharing your knowledge, your learnings, and everything. Again, the quality of a champion, as Eetee said.
Yeah. Actually, so many times she got awards, and due to her tour and hectic schedule, her mother used to go for receiving the awards. And she has also said so many times in her biography also, she mentioned that ultimately the award is to my mother. She completely agrees to the statement. Sometimes media asks, yes, I'm busy, but it is for my mother, and it is to be given to my mother. Such kind of openness for people to accept, because sometimes it happens, suppose award is there, then I skip my schedule and try to go over there because I have to meet a nation's president, sometimes. So it happens. So in such gestures, she already indicated that yes, my parents are there and they are my big support. And in sometimes, society is getting against her, but her mother is always with Sania. So that is the great thing. So what do you say about her parents' role in awkward situation, when she had active schedule, or maybe, society is against Sania?
Her parents played huge role in developing, or maybe you can say shaping her career, because as we say, starting with they took lot of bold decisions. So starting from her career, choosing tennis as a career, from there to doing lot of sacrifices on the social side. So maybe missing their social life, or uh, missing lot of birthday parties and marriages and functions and lot of other things. So starting from the very bold decision to the a lot of sacrifices, and they have been her support throughout. Doesn't matter when she was winning or losing. They were like they were like her backbone. So they supported her in every situation, and I think because of that only she could achieve all these things. So I feel to develop any player, or basically to succeed in any game or any field, you need that kind of support from your family, and as well as from the coaches and everyone. So it's basically, yeah, tennis is a lot of individual game, but it's one player succeed, but it's whole team working behind that team, behind that player.
Yeah.
So it's similarly like that. And as her father is her coach. So her father used to coach her. So starting from there to her mother taking her to the tournaments and stuff, and even though doesn't matter she's winning or losing, they had the same respect for her. So and that gave her that motivation that she can do it. and eventually she did it. But now you know what she has done till the date.
Very nicely said, Eetee. Very nicely said. Uh, yeah, I think you are aware about this, but in a way, they had this one ritual right from the beginning of her competitive career. What Sania Mirza's parent told her was, even if you win or lose, after your match, we will have an ice cream together. So it does not matter whether she wins the match, she has the ice cream. Whether she loses the match, then also she have the ice cream. So it's the parenting for the champion starts right from there, that you are not rewarding only the wins of your child, but you are in a way rewarding the participation, you are rewarding the effort that they put in. So that's really very different thing uh, from what the champion's parenting is and from what we see many times on the tour. So that's really, really good that you are rewarding the process, you are rewarding the effort and not the outcome, the end result, whether you win or lose. So this sense, what this gives to a child is the protective shield from their parents. Whether like when she grows up, whether it is from the negative comments from the media or the society, or losing a very tight match or anything else in life, whether it's big decisions or tough decisions, whatever it is, you have that support from the parents, and it's everything. It's everything, because she knows at the back of the mind that no matter what I do, I have my backbone, as Eetee said, like the backbone, really a backbone which holds the player, which cares and loves for the player. It's a protective shield for the player. And when she got the award and the recognition, she said that, okay, I am busy in an event, but let me do not miss the award also. My parents should be going over there to collect the award. They deserve that recognition, to be on the podium, to be on the stage, to be in the limelight. Because tennis it's actually not a individual sport, it's a team event. The biggest team is, it starts from the parents, from the coaches, from the trainers and the whole ecosystem. But yes, the parents deserve all the due credits, all the due respect and everything, the recognition. So it's again, it shows how humble and open she is, that no, this is my team and everyone needs the recognition that they deserve. And
Yeah.
the way she's grown up with her parents is really incredible, that the parents are not being pushy about any result, the outcome, the end result, but the process. So it defines the true mindset of their parents and the child as well.
Yeah, that's great. Last question remains for the discussion is, she had chosen doubles player career instead of singles. So, what people say in different occasion, that is maybe, their own opinion. So similar thing happens when she started pairing with Martina, and sometimes with the mix doubles, she played with, out of Indian players also. Sometimes with the Indian players, maybe, Mahesh Bhupati and Leander. So in such occasion, what do you say? How could she have reached with singles great career? Or I mean, the question is, can she achieve all these things as a singles player, or it is good that she has timely decided to go for doubles matches at international level?
I think what she has done in both the categories is phenomenal. She was
Yeah.
27 in singles in WTA ranking, and that was really unfortunate that because of wrist injury, she has to shift to the doubles. So that was really unfortunate. But I feel she would have done much better if she would have continued with the singles. But yeah, that was really unfortunate. And even though when she shifted to the doubles, the most uh, what I felt that what is the most important thing in that, when you're doing good in singles, but because of some unavoidable circumstances you have to stop playing singles. So you can understand that how difficult that decision would be to shifting from singles to now doubles. But then I feel that she accepted that reality very well, and then she worked on the whatever skills she needed to develop for the doubles. She developed those skills, and then she became eventually world number one and won 6 majors in doubles. So that was really, really great achievement. Anyone can dream of.
Me personally, like what I see as Sania Mirza, singles or doubles, I see her as a tennis player. Not as a singles player, not as a doubles player. She's a tennis player because I still remember personally when I used to travel in auto, they have the pictures of, let's say, some have the Bollywood stars and whatnot. Some have the pictures of Sania Mirza also. So that is Sania Mirza. Me and Eetee have this experience sometimes. Like we used to go with our kid bags in the auto or in the cab, and the driver used to ask that what game do you play, and we tell them that lawn tennis or tennis. They do not understand. But the moment we say we play a game that Sania Mirza plays, and then oh yes, we know this game. So she is a tennis player, not singles and doubles. If we go by the statistics, Eetee already said, like in singles, she was world number 27, like world number 27. It says the huge thing. Even in singles, she have like beaten like Victoria Azarenka, Martina Hingis, Marion Bartoli. All these are like former world number ones, like Dinara Safira. She have beaten all of these in singles also. But yes, sometimes due to injuries or some hard decisions are to be taken. But personally, she's a tennis player, not singles player or not doubles player. She's just a tennis player, a great,
And
great
yeah,
tennis
she
player.
is one of the inspiration. Because of that, nowadays the tennis is this much popular.
Exactly.
Yeah. Thank you, both of you, the great tennis player and coaches. You are doing also, marvelous job in Gujarat, and your players are day by day increasing their status in ITF, and I hope they'll do better in WTA also. Thank you very much for spending your time with the Gujarat Lawn Tennis TV. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, and wishing you good luck, guys. Good job. Thank you.
Thank you so much for inviting, and such a great initiative by Gujarat Lawn Tennis TV. So all the very best for it.
Thank you.
Yeah.